Today, a jury reached a verdict in the trial against a former Hillsborough County detention deputy.
Daniel Hernandez was found guilty for killing a woman and injuring her husband during a 2021 car crash. News Channel 8's Alessandra Young spoke to the victim's family.
I spoke with the victim's sister and husband, and they say they felt this huge sigh of relief when the verdicts were read. Even though they say this will never bring her back, they feel as if justice has been served. The emotions were high and tense in a Hillsborough County courtroom as the jury's verdict was read aloud Friday.
The defendant is guilty of vehicular homicide as charged.
She shouldn't have been taken from us, and I hope he gets the maximum sentence.
Krista Richter's relatives say life has been hard without her these past 4 years.
I was very relieved to know that there was some justice served, and my sister, her soul can go on now.
It's been rough. It's been a rough 4 years, and a lot of different things went into the aspect of getting to this point, and yet we still have to go through sentencing.
In August 2021, Krista and Peter Richter were driving along Dale Mabry Highway after eating at a restaurant. Krista was making a left turn when investigators say former Hillsborough County detention deputy Daniel Hernandez slammed into them driving at a high rate of speed. Krista died and her husband was seriously injured. Data from the black box in Hernandez's Mustang revealed that he was going 109.2 miles per hour just before the crash. The jury found Hernandez guilty of vehicular homicide and reckless driving.
So it's devastating. He is a law-abiding citizen, and so I think there's no question he was speeding. The issue is how fast was he going, and he obviously disputes the fact that he was going anywhere up to near 100 miles per hour. But unfortunately, the technology was against us.
Krista was described as a caring person and a ray of sunshine that will forever be missed.
Justice has been served, or is being served, and we love you and we'll always love you.
Hernandez was taken away in handcuffs where he will stay in jail until his sentencing on November 21st. In Tampa, I'm Alessandra Young, 8 on your side.
A Sarasota community staple is on the verge of closing its doors after not being able to recover from the economic impact of Hurricane Helene. Munchies 420 Cafe has been serving the Gulf Gate Estates community since 2002. News Channel 8's Victoria Lucas tells us the efforts in motion to keep the cafe open.
Munchies 420 Cafe has been a hometown classic in Sarasota for more than 20 years, but Hurricane Helene may force this staple to close its doors for good.
We're sad. We're sad. We want to save it. We can't. We might be able to, but I don't know.
A teary-eyed Georgia Coca is grappling with the reality Friday's shift may be one of her last as manager of Munchies 420 Cafe.
The owners have poured their heart, sweat, and tears into this place. They've tried everything.
Owner John Kirk filled us in.
The storms came and really kind of wiped out not only last fall, but affected tourist season greatly. So with the expected return we thought we'd get on that investment kind of never materialized. And we've been really just funding it and keeping it going ever since.
Hurricane Helene left its mark on the business. They put tarps on their roof to keep it secure ahead of the storm. But when Helene came, the winds knocked part of the roof off. They have since fixed that damage. But Kirk says it's the scar that remains on the revenue that's causing economic pain. Longtime comers like couple Diane Lewis and Stephen Ellsworth are holding out hope, but it's running thin.
I hope somebody takes it over because it's a great place.
It kind of sucks that to watch a business go out. You're in the Gulf Gate. The Gulf Gate's a great place.
Kirk says they created a GoFundMe hoping to raise $50,000 to stay afloat. But that goal has not been reached, and funding the costs out of pocket has become unsustainable.
We were down probably 40 to 45% from where we should have been in revenues. Now, if you talk about dollars and cents, that equates to several $100,000 over the course of that tourist season, from, let's say, February through to May.
Employees like Lexi Hawkins are remaining hopeful no matter the outcome.
Hopefully it doesn't go and, things can keep rolling. But even if it does, everything happens for a reason. We're still all like family here, so.
Kirk is inviting folks to come out this weekend to have their last Fat Sandy, but adds it may not be their last. It all depends on community support at this point. In Sarasota, Victoria Lucas, 8 on your side.
Meanwhile, a Valrico mother is now facing multiple counts of attempted first-degree premeditated murder for trying to kill herself and her 3 children.
The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office said the woman made an Instagram Live saying her kids would be better off with God right before throwing them into a community pool. News Channel 8's Victoria Lucas is live in Valrico, right where this incident happened. Victoria, disturbing case. What are neighbors in the area saying about this situation?
The details are shocking for neighbors to take in, Josh and Paula. Some even saying a postpartum had a role in this, postpartum depression rather. But I want to give you guys a visual look into what happened here. You see these fences right behind me? These are in front of the community pool. And this is what court documents say. This area right here is where 24-year-old Shanice Willingham took herself and her 3 children over in an attempt to kill them all.
I've never been in that situation, but that's a lot of pressure, and if you don't have a support system, times are hard, you know.
Expectant mother of 8 months, Jasmine Force says while she can't understand the actions of 24-year-old Shanice Willingham, she can sympathize.
So a family called and stated that one of their family members was going through a mental crisis and wanted to kill herself and kill her 3 children.
Chief Deputy Joseph Maurer with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says Willingham was arguing with a relative before taking her 3 children to a community pool. Court documents reveal Willingham posted an Instagram Live story saying she could not take it anymore, adding her children would be better off with God.
The young mother then went into the pool area towards the deep end of the pool, threw her 3-year-old, her 2-year-old, and her 8-month-old into the deep end of the pool. They do not know how to swim. She then went into the pool. She does not know how to swim.
Chief Maurer says family members were monitoring Willingham's social media posts and were able to get to the pool and save Willingham and her 3 children. Force says with the youngest child being only 8 months old, she believes postpartum depression played a role.
It's a lot on a mom, especially if she feels alone and isolated.
Chief Deputy Maurer has this for those of you at home. If you are going through a mental health crisis, at any point you can call 988 or 211, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Live in Valrico, Victoria Lucas, 8 on your side.
I don't think that a lot of people today understand with freedom you have responsibilities, and that may be a cause of some problems.
People are now allowed to openly carry a gun in public. Our Polk County Bureau reporter Stacy DeSilva is joining us live in Lakeland to remind us that there are still some rules we need to follow. Stacy.
Yeah, Keith, that's right. People are allowed to have guns in the same places they were before this went into effect. So wherever guns were not allowed before, they are still not allowed now. Some gun proponents advise people, though, to still conceal carry. That includes Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd.
The law now says you can carry it openly. That's the law. I'm not a fan of that.
Sheriff Grady Judd is a self-described big Second Amendment guy, but he says open carry eliminates the element of surprise.
If you expose a firearm, you're making yourself a target, and you're telling the bad guy, I can rip this firearm off of this old man or this old lady, and then use it against them.
Law enforcement in the state will no longer be enforcing the state's open carry ban after an appellate court struck it down.
We're in a suppressor right out here.
Al Delatorre owns Guns Galore in Lakeland. He expects holster sales to increase. Like the sheriff, he prefers concealed carry.
That believes personal choice. I agree with the extra freedoms, but I think you also have, again, be responsible.
When asked about the change going into effect Thursday, Governor Ron DeSantis said he is for open carry.
When you say that the sky's going to fall if you have open carry, well, I can look at 40 plus other states that have it, and I haven't seen the sky fall.
Still, guns are not allowed in certain areas, including on school property or governmental buildings. Private businesses can also prohibit firearms.
Once it's clearly posted, if you go there with a firearm, and they ask you to leave and you don't, you resist, you become angry, then you're armed trespassing.
Now, Sheriff Judd is also calling on legislators to better define state laws when it comes to guns. In guidance from Florida's Attorney General, he writes law enforcement can continue to police those who exhibit firearms in a, quote, rude, careless, angry, or threatening manner in public. Reporting live in Polk County, I'm Stacy DeSilva, 8 on your side.